Welcome to Rebooted Heart. Today we are talking about the promises of God. One thing I've learned is that when God gives a promise, He often reveals the destination, but He won't show you the entire journey. He may tell you that a marriage will be restored, or about a kingdom spouse, that a ministry will be birthed, or that He has a specific calling on your life. He will show you glimpses of what is coming, but He does not always reveal the road that leads there. The reason is simple. If we knew everything we would have to endure to reach the promise, many of us would never take the first step. In my own life, God got hold of me and made it clear that He had an assignment for me. He showed me pieces of what He was going to do and gave me promises that I knew came directly from Him. What He did not tell me was what the process would look like. For me, the journey began with a broken leg. While doctors were working to repair it, they discovered cancer. It was in the middle of that unexpected trial that God spoke to me and told me to trust Him. He showed me that there was a purpose beyond what I could see. That was over 2.5 years ago. Today I still have cancer. There have been moments when faith came easily, and there have been moments when it felt like a battle just to hold on. But through it all, I have learned something that has changed my perspective forever. There comes a place in your walk with God where your faith can no longer be dependent on outcomes. You have to trust that God is leading you exactly where you need to be. Whether He is guiding you into your next season, positioning you for your purpose, or ultimately calling you home, His will is perfect. Real faith is not trusting God only when things work out the way we hoped. Real faith is trusting Him when we cannot see the outcome at all. The truth is, God uses trials to build what comfort never could. We often see hardship as evidence that something is wrong, but many times hardship is evidence that God is working. These seasons of isolation, preparation, and refinement are not designed to destroy you. They are designed to transform you. There will be moments when the pressure feels unbearable, moments when you feel forgotten, overlooked, and exhausted, moments when it seems like the promise is farther away than ever before. Yet those are often the very places where God is doing His deepest work. We spend a lot of time blaming the enemy for every hardship, and spiritual warfare is real. We absolutely need to stand firm and fight the battles God calls us to fight. But what the enemy means for harm, God uses for good. God has a way of taking every attack, every setback, every disappointment, and turning it into a tool for spiritual growth. As James 1:2-4 teaches us, we are to count it all joy when we face trials of many kinds, because those trials produce perseverance. Perseverance develops maturity, and maturity prepares us to carry the weight of the calling God has placed upon our lives. I have been walking with God for over 23 years. If you had asked me years ago whether I was ready for everything God had planned, I would have confidently said yes, but I was not ready. What I thought was preparation was only the beginning. God was building something much deeper than knowledge. He was building trust. He was teaching me how to stand when circumstances made no sense. He was teaching me how to worship when answers did not come. He was teaching me how to believe when nothing around me appeared to be changing. Looking back, I can see that every trial, every delay, every painful season was shaping a faith that could not be shaken by circumstances. The promise is important, but the person God is creating through the process is even more important. God is not only interested in getting you to the promise, He is interested in transforming you into someone capable of carrying it. So if you are in a difficult season right now, do not lose heart. The isolation has a purpose. The waiting has a purpose. The pain has a purpose. God is working in places you cannot see, building a strength, endurance, and faith that can only be developed through the process. The promise is still alive, and when God finishes the work He started in you, you will discover that the greatest miracle was not simply arriving at the destination, it was the person you became along the way.